Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Following the penalty, Chubb. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing is Allen on third. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
First and 10.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
At the Bills' 28-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's third and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Mayfield's pass.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. The points result, we'll call this play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Here's Allen. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Hines. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 53 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And it's taken in at the 9. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
57's the mic. Rock 57. Stop your whining.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Allen's pass.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Come on. That's 22. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. It's been a long day for you.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
And 8 at the Browns' 45-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Like Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Know your job. He's coming.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.
Yeah, baby.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On play action, Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
All day, every day, any day. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Pass 85.
On third down, Allen. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Out to his left. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
49, 49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go. Slam.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Third and long for Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
2-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Here we go again. Here we go again. 48's the mic. Come on, boy. Come on.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This is caught. And he's brought down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First down and goal to go.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Hines. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nyheim Hines, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Browns 17, Bills 13.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st down, Browns.
First down, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard time here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the blood.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And again, it's Mayfield. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Tackle made at the 9.
They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They go play action. Mayfield sliding up, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Corey Littleton in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal.
Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Tackle made back at
well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Always got some breathing room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Give him 30 yards there.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter.
Ties the game at 20 all.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
Gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
Browns on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he fields it cleanly. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
To Nick Chubb.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He completes it to Bryant. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Browns.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A run for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario,
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. And Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, 3rd and long.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
And 7.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Back to throw. Flush to his right. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And again, it's Chubb. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Browns first down.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches?